Hey guys, this is Josh from DealMachine. I'm here with Lafayette and Patrick. They together JV'd on a deal that they hunted down and found through DealMachine and worked together and got it. And so I just wanted to bring them here to tell the story about that deal. Love to just understand what it takes to get a deal under contract, actually assigned and actually closed. And just wanted to have them tell the story about that.
Well, that deal was amazing. It was a $60,000 spread that we JV'd together. My buddy Patrick, I feel like he's the best as far as driving for dollars. He drove, found the lead, texted the guy, and pretty much the guy was wanting, well, no, he didn't want anything. You know,
he didn't know what he wanted.
Yeah, he didn't know what he wanted.
So I called him like, bro, that dude said he don't know what he wanted. He said, boy, what?
Right.
Give him $1.
Right. So I actually told Patrick that I was going to offer him $25,000, and Patrick was like, no, man. No, I said 20.
He said 20.
I said 20.
I was like, bro, he ain't gonna do that, bro.
Right. Because he was going to get another contract for $40,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I offered him $20,000, knowing that he was going to come up to $25,000, and we ended up selling it for $88,500 or something like that.
Wow. It was about $88,500.
Anyway, we made $60,000 on the deal, so it was a great deal.
Right.
Did you like a 50-50 JV on it?
Correct.
Cool.
So he walked away with 30 grand, and I walked away with 30
grand, and you made a few phone calls.
A few phone calls, text messages as well.
Right.
Yeah.
A few phone calls and text messages. So he didn't know what he wanted on the property.
Correct.
And so you were just like, let's go 20 on it, and went from there. Okay, really cool. In situations like that, I mean, again, diving into like the deal process, like how do you typically decide what to offer when someone says, I don't know what I want? Because that's a frequent question that everyone's going to get in this space.
Correct. He was like, hey, this guy said he don't know what he want for the property.
Right.
So if you tell me you don't know what you want for the property, I can't offend you with my offer. I can offer you $10,000. I mean, you don't tell me what you want.
Right.
So I knew right then and there, like, okay, this guy's motivated. You know, he just want to walk away with some money because he was renting out the property to his friend that when they're paying him rent, he was only covering the taxes for the year. Yeah. So he was already frustrated. Plus, he got the property deeded to him through his dad. You know, so he didn't really have no, like, I guess, long-term interest in investment into the house.
Gotcha. Okay, so it was found money for him essentially with a less of a liability headache.
Correct.
To pay the property or to pay taxes on it and just manage a tenant and all that good stuff. Okay. Awesome. So you did the driving, you found the deal. What about the house made you like say, okay, this is a lead that I should be pursuing somehow?
Well, like when I first found the house, like me, man, I could smell the deal. I don't know what, like.
He's got a good nose.
He drives so long.
He's got a piercing in it.
Right.
The piercing, it gives him.
But like when I drove past the house, I just saw emptiness. Like me, when I passed, you can kind of see an empty side of a house. And I just felt that house was being abandoned, like it wasn't being taken care of. I mean, some of the siding was messed up. And then that roof was kind of like, it just looked like a house that needed
something was
love.
wrong.
Yeah, like something was wrong. And, you know, by that time I had been driving for like 4 months, so I mean, I know what the deal looked like. So yeah, when I had it, I was like, it looked like something empty about that house. I just felt an emptiness about the house.
It's awesome. So you got under contract, you JV'd on it. Did you find the cash buyer then?
So we both marketed for the property for the buyer. Right.
Okay.
And the cash buyer came from his end as well.
When you guys co-market a property,
correct.
Do you guys set like do you take it as like do you have an LLC that you share that you get it under contract with, or how do you go about that process?
So the contract is basically he put his LLC on there and I put my name as well.
Okay.
So we put both our names on the same exact contract.
The same contract.
Gotcha.
And we had because the buyer that bought it came from him, and then I had 3 buyers coming that same day, and it was crazy because I told him
right, like a battle.
Yeah. And I was like, listen, man, because I was in New York on the time. This was around Christmas. So I told him, I was like, listen, we can go with that buyer, but in order for us to go with him, he got to give us $3 or $5 grand more than what we asking for. Right. I was like, because at the end of the day, I'm a fair guy, and it's not fair for me to have these other 3 people coming up to the showing, you know, for you to get the deal. Right. But at the end of the day, money talks.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it was gonna get sold that day regardless. You basically had a buyer, and we had 3 lined up.
Right. So basically, you're like, here's the buyer. You're like, here's the asking.
Correct.
You basically said, hey, Mr. Buyer, we got other people interested.
Yep.
If you come $3K over the top, we'll cut it off now, or or 5K, whatever it was. We'll cut it off now and you got it.
That's
if you want to
exactly.
lock it up.
Right. And it was more like I wanted to be the bad guy and not him because he went out on an appointment. Right. So I told Patrick, like, yo, put everything on me. So they was trying to get him to go at this price, and he said, I can't do it
that's
because
a tip too for
that's a huge tip. You know, especially if you JVN. You know,
you just have to get the price up. We just have to get the price up all the time.
Correct. So he was like, he put the blame on me and said, like, listen, I would sell it to you if I was on this contract by myself, but technically I'm not. You know, so let me call Lafayette, and if he's okay with it, which obviously I was, and he was gonna be okay with it, and it closed.
Right. Awesome.
And we actually done that on the land deal that we got out of DealMachine too.
We did.
I forgot we interviewed him. My bad.
No, this is what I like to do. This
okay,
is
cool.
Right.
We actually did the same thing on the land deal that we got from DealMachine.
That's awesome.
You
So,
just have to get the price up.
what? Last like two things. Or one thing. Like, what would you say to someone who's early stage using DealMachine, early stage investor, trying to figure out like how to get the first deal or how to systematize a little bit maybe? What's like the one piece of advice you give to someone?
After you add the leads, you either want to trace that list and cold call them and text them. Don't just feel like by you adding a bunch of leads in DealMachine, you're going to get a deal. Even though it's DealMachine, you actually adding leads. So it's not a deal until you convert those leads into a deal. So just get off your butt. After you're done driving, call them, text them, do a ringless voicemail, and then just figure it out.
Get a hold of him, have a conversation.
Correct.
Would you say anything else?
My thing is when you get started, if you're a newbie, it's like wake up every day with a positive attitude. You know, some days you're gonna wake up, you're not gonna want to drive. So two things I do is I try not to react to our feelings. He taught me that, to not react to our feelings. Don't live off feelings. You know, you live off your habit. Don't live off feelings. So one thing I do is don't live off feelings. So I say with a positive attitude, just trust and know that if you cold call and drive every day and follow up, this app can change your life.
It will change your life.
It will change your life.
I didn't say it. They said it.
Right.
It will change your life.
And it's the truth, you know. And for the people that actually say, yo, DealMachine is expensive, not having DealMachine is expensive because if it wasn't for DealMachine, we wouldn't have made $60,000 plus the extra $20,000 that we made, and then we got one closing in 2 weeks. That we're making $14,000. So that's over $100,000.
So what if we didn't use it like?
Come on now. It's not expensive.
You sitting at home on the couch not doing anything.
Right.
All right, you guys heard it here. From Lafayette and Patrick, I'm Josh. Use DealMachine and start making some money.
That's it.
Have a good one, guys.